Hi, everyone. It's late, and we just got done seeing Kyle Cease at Evolving Out Loud at the Dolby Theater on day one. And I just really am surprised at how much shit is coming up for me today that just came out of the blue for me. I don't know that I expected it to because after doing Flow Group with Kyle, which is, a 3 day intensive workshop with him privately with three other people, I just thought, that was intense. And, the first day is like getting in touch with all our stuff and making it come up. And then the second day is like releasing it and getting rid of all that shit. And then the third day is putting something wonderful in that space that it went away and becoming us, right? And stepping into our truth. So I did that already. I took my leap, right? I quit my job, which, by the way, he's not trying to convince you to do anything that you don't want to do. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to release everything that was heavy in my life. And it turns out that, my job was the people, especially. Some of the people in my job were. But the interesting thing is that I thought that I had already done this work. But as I'm realizing with a lot of things, like forgiveness, for instance, when I thought I had forgiven my ex-husband, more comes up. He triggers me. He triggers me where I see that I really haven't forgiven him. And it was pointed out to me that I had forgiven him on the level of awareness and healing and growth that I had had at the time that I had forgiven him. But then as more layers come up in my expansion and my consciousness, then there's another level of forgiveness that I am able to tap into. So I think that's what happened today because I feel like I have leapt. I am in transition right now after leaving my job, leaving my apartment, saying no to my ex-husband, not seeing him when he came into town. A lot of old stuff I'm letting go, and I feel like I'm already in the middle of it, so I really didn't expect any of this to happen today. But what happened was that Kyle asked us to think of someone, that triggers us, which tells us that there's something in us that we need to look at that equals that trigger. And a person came up for me, and I was so triggered by that, and I realized, and then Kyle asked us to sit in that feeling and feel it fully and just let it be there and love it. And it turns out that this person that I was thinking of, I was feeling so triggered because I want so badly for this person to notice me, to notice and see my greatness, to affirm my greatness, to give me permission to be great. But the thing is, this person already has done that. So it's actually, why do I need more from this person? Why do I need more permission from this person? He's already given me permission to step into my greatness and affirmed that for me. So I started thinking, this is coming from myself. This is still me wanting to notice myself, or myself wanting to be noticed by me. This is me wanting to notice my own greatness, me wanting to affirm my own greatness, me wanting to be enough of a validation to step into my greatness. So I sat there with it, and I sat in that pain of not having this person notice me about this stuff. And I just needed to be by myself at lunch, and I just needed to process this because I felt like there was something new coming up, something else about this, and I just felt it right here. I felt like it was coming up right here and just sitting here. And Yeah, there's something between me and this person still. There's something between us. I feel it so strongly, and I feel that there's such a knowing about it, that something still hasn't been let go of with me. So interesting. And what I ended up feeling was very exposed. When Kyle asked us to think about how we felt, the word exposed came up. I feel exposed. And I realized after I sat with it by myself that I feel like I am exposing myself to me. That this new level that's coming up is a new level of me that maybe doesn't feel safe coming up. And maybe I'm in the process of showing this other part of me, this really inner child part of me, that it's safe for her to come out. But I feel like I'm cutting her open, and I feel very exposed. And like my soul is being exposed, but to myself, right? Because I am, look, I'm asking you, right? Because I am, I am the person that I want to validate myself and give me permission to step in. That's it, is that I know what I want to do. I know what would serve the world. And I am waiting for myself to give my own self permission to do it. So, wow. So, reaching for it and lunging for somebody else to notice you and validate you and affirm your greatness isn't the way to get it. It's from within. So, wow. I can be grateful for this new layer coming up. Even though I thought that I had really dealt with this already, I'm glad to know that I haven't, because I'm glad it's here. And so tomorrow is day 2 of Evolving Out Loud. And man, this shit is freaking deep. It's just crazy. And the people that Kyle had on stage today that he was helping transform, it was crazy. I'll share that with you guys later. I'll share some of the notes with you guys later. But in the meantime, if you don't know who Kyle Cease is, or if you want to know more about him, I wrote a blog about the flow group, the private group that I did with him, and it's on my website, heartbasedlife.com, and it's called The Top Kyle Ceaseisms That Are Changing My Life. And they are, wow. Anyway, if he resonates with you, great. If not, just keep soul searching and finding what resonates with you, because all that matters is that you connect to yourself and you connect to your heart, and everything, all the answers are inside. So I have connected with a person who just is helping me allow that to come up. So thanks for listening. Please click on this to subscribe if you like what you're hearing, and go to my website, heartbasedlife.com, and sign up there too, because I'm working on I talk really raw about leaving my marriage after 32 years and starting over again in my 50s. And I've been talking a lot about what I've discovered is the core and has set the stage for my entire behavior my whole life, and my choices in the people around me. And it's fascinating to me, super fascinating. I mean, I talk about emotional abuse and verbal abuse, and I talk about alcoholism in the family. And anyway, check it out. I want to be brutally honest with myself and with everyone else so that I can invite them to do that too. Okay? Good night, you guys.